Live. Your host here, as always, Hunter Twisdale.
And again, Heath Griffin.
Okay, so we have a show for you today, and the reason we have this show is thanks to my outstanding colleague here, who has stumbled upon something that is very vital information for everyone to know.
Well, it's kind of weird how I came across it. You think that maybe it would have been in the headlines, and we've kind of heard talk that it was going to happen. But anyway, I went up to pay for pizza at the Pizza Inn today and looked down at a sign right in front of the register, and it said, "For cash paying customers, the U.S. Mint is canceling pennies, and so all cash purchases will be rounded up to the nearest nickel in because of what's going on with the penny." And so I asked that girl at the register, I was like, "Do you know what this actually means?" She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, it's not because the penny is less valuable. When it was copper, yeah, copper is more valuable than a penny. And so they started using junk metals in it. And but even then, that junk metal is just less valuable than what the dollar has become. So now that the dollar is less than 3% of what it was when it originally started, penny does nothing. You
Yeah,
know, it's
it's like a peso.
so it's yeah, it's I don't know. People are like, it costs too much money to make them, kinda, but it's just that our dollar is so crap that it doesn't make sense to have them. So anyway,
So
let's
the
get into it.
to get serious for a second, like he was talking about. So the U.S. Mint has they're getting rid of the penny, and it's not because it's getting old, and it's not because it's annoying to carry pennies around in your pocket. It's because it costs more than a penny to make a penny, and when the smallest unit of money dies, history shows the hardest assets are next to shine.
That's right. That's right, gold and silver owners. The penny is the canary. I don't know if you guys know about the canary story, but they used to have a canary in the mines when people are down in the mines, breathing, getting that black lung and everything. But if they noticed that the canary that was in the little cage was dead, they'd know that the air quality was poor and they better go on and get. And so now that the penny is dead, kind of wants to tell us something, doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely it does. I mean, so the United States Mint loses money on every penny that they make. Inflation made the penny completely uneconomical. Governments don't admit inflation failed, they quietly remove what exposes it. You
Yeah,
don't Go ahead.
you don't cancel a coin unless the value's already gone.
Absolutely you don't. And it's a repeating pattern. It really is. Gold coins were removed from circulation. Silver was removed from coins in 1965, and pennies now are on the chopping block.
I want to say it was 82 when they totally removed copper
Mhm.
totally from the penny. I don't know what they're made of all the way now, but I do know if a child swallows one, it's super duper important to make sure they get that out of them.
Mhm.
Like super toxic compared if they swallowed a penny, no big deal, when it was copper. But now whatever kind of alloys or whatnots are in it, that's bad news. But that's a different subject.
Yep. And every time that a fiat weakens, real money disappears first. Then it reappears as an investment.
Kind of quirky, isn't it?
They get rid of something that's so good, and they're like, "Oh, that's exactly what happened with gold and silver back in 1980s when it plummeted because people were like, "Oh, that's old news. It's archaic. Nobody uses it." And now it is outperforming everything, and it has been for the past 30 years.
I love the stat. I know we're getting off subject already, but you said looking at stocks over the last 30 years, how did they perform? Just on average, putting them all together. What was it that you said?
It's like 500% at most.
So it went up. Average stocks went up 500%. What did gold and silver go up in the last 30 years?
Silver's up over 1,600%,
1,600.
and gold is up over 1,200%.
I mean, these numbers are not arguable. They're just fact. They're on paper. They're black and white. but people still wanna say stupid stuff. Who said something?
Asset wealth builders, whoever that is, said that fun fact, Abraham Lincoln is the most printed president on any currency thanks to the penny.
Oh, that is fun.
Thanks for that fun fact.
So, why gold and silver take off after this? Why, Hunter?
Well, it's a shift that's coming, you know? So there's a loss of trust. People are realizing that money doesn't hold its value anymore. And savings accounts are losing their purchasing power, not keeping it. And they flight to tangible assets. Gold and silver don't rely on government confidence. And limited supply versus unlimited printing. I mean, let her like that alone, it's not even, oh man, dude, it is about to take off. And let's just go ahead and throw this out there. Industrial demand isn't it it's exploding right now. Silver is used in tech, AI, solars, EVs, and gold has been used as a reserve by central banks.
That's right. So while they're killing the penny, central banks are stacking gold. They've been stacking gold and silver hardcore for the past several years now, more than they ever have done since we were on the gold standard. Actually, probably since forever. And I
More
think
than
it's actually in all of American history.
more than anyone. They're the ones who print the money and they're stacking tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons, thousands of tons of gold and silver in their vaults every single year.
So pennies vanish, prices round. How about we round, to the nearest 5? No, it's round up. So if it's 31 cents, you're going to be paying 35 cents.
Hmm.
That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't it be rounding down to 30? I mean, come on.
So they're gonna be taking more of our money?
Taking more. It sounds like more of that
Hmm.
inflation type stuff. That's another tax, it sounds like to me.
Yep.
Countries that remove small coins saw rounding up, not down. Inflation becomes permanent at that point. Real assets reprice higher. And when prices round up, metals don't just rise, they actually reprice at that point.
Ooh. It's almost like we've talked about this.
Make a
Have we
reevaluation or
have we
something.
talked about this before, Heath? I'm like having a strong we've been saying this for like, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 3
Solid,
years now.
solid. Yeah,
Yeah. There the revaluation is right around the corner. And if you pay attention to what that revaluation means, gold and silver have a long way to go in a short time to get there.
well, why this move happens before the breakout.
Well, gold and silver, they usually lag headlines, right? Then they move violently. First, it's denial. It's always denial. First, it's always denial, right? Then, quiet policy changes that nobody knows about. Then, all of a sudden, metals explode seemingly out of nowhere? What? The penny dying isn't the crisis, it's a warning label
Bloop,
before the
bloop, bloop,
explosion.
bloop. There's been several warnings already going off, not to mention the talking heads that have been talking about it for forever.
And we're not talking about Mount Rushmore.
No, no, but, a lot of people that everybody thought was crazy, they've been saying it for 20 plus years. Uh, I could name some names, but you got people have been talking about it, and now that it's here, those experts are just paving the way for people like you and me just to, tell everybody else because 'cause they've said it. I didn't know 20 years ago. I wasn't listening then, but it's hard to deny it now unless you just totally put your head in the sand.
Mhm.
So,
And I mean, honestly, if you wanna look at it a biblical standpoint, you know, the Bible never says to store up paper promises. It speaks of weights, measures, silver, and gold. Sound money isn't about fear, it is about stewardship.
that's right.
And they're telling you the penny is worthless. They're not telling you the dollar is next.
Right.
And gold and silver, they already know.
That's right. Yeah, if the penny's dead, it's not like I said, it's not because, "Oh, it costs too much to make it," guys. It's because the dollar is so devalued, it just doesn't work anymore.
You know what's next, Heath?
What?
They're not gonna be doing fractional money anymore as far as the dollar bill. They're gonna start taking them out one by one. They started with the penny, then the nickel, then the dime,
I already
then
heard that the nickels cost 7.5 cents or something.
the quarter, then the half dollar.
Do they make those anymore?
I don't know.
I
I haven't
think
seen one in forever. Either way, the half dollar. Then, oh man, what's after that? The
the
dollar bill.
dollar bill, y'all. Say goodbye.
It's not a. I mean, this isn't a conspiracy anymore. This is just look at the hard evidence. The penny's gone. This is just the beginning of the cycle. It's beginning of the currency relapse. Every fiat currency has died. 100% fail rate.
Fiat currency. So, currency fiat currency is not money. The only 2, metals right now that are labeled actual money. Now, it didn't always used to be 2 of 'em, it used to just be 1, was gold. But silver has since been, what do you call it? Deemed money as well. So we have 2 monies now, real money, gold and silver,
Two monies.
2 monies. So if you want to understand why real money, gold and silver, never gets discontinued and how everyday people are positioning ahead of this shift, education matters now more than ever before. And that's what we're out here to do. Just let y'all know the best way to get on the train. Toot 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 toot.
So this was a fun episode. We try to make sure all of our episodes are fun and lighthearted, but on a serious note, the penny's gone. If you have pennies now, I mean, they're obviously you can't do much with them. The penny's gone. Why don't you go ahead and gather up all those pennies you got, and I don't know, get you some silver. Go search on under your couch. Turn them into the bank before they're completely done for. Trade them out, get some money, and go get you some silver. Go get you some gold. And you don't have to have $5,000 worth of pennies.
Yeah, if you have 100 of them, you can start with that. So, just as many as you can get a hold of, uh, get them.
Yeah,
Get some gold. Get a hold of us. I'm Heath Griffin, 870-447-5018. Or you can call that guy.
I'm that guy. I am Hunter Twisdale, and it is 901-403-2293. Or you can click the link in the description.
Smash that link.
Smash that link.
It's got some cool stuff in there. Have you put your book on there yet?
I need to.
What are you waiting
I'm gonna
on?
do that tonight.
Go
Just
to Amazon, The
don't let me
Faithful
forget.
Steward. That thing's awesome. It's awesome. So check it out. We sure appreciate all the support, sharing it around so we can just be a blessing to as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
we love y'all. Have
Yep.
a great night.
All right, y'all. God
Peace.
bless.